Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If this video found you, it is because you are meant to hear this message. The time is now. To be in the now. We've all been working on ourselves, right? We've all been, if you're here, you've been working on things that no longer serve you, things that don't align with your higher self, your higher purpose. And with the new moon, the solar eclipse, Neptune coming into Aries, all of those things, and I'm not going to go deep because I don't know deep about that, okay? But I do know it's causing shifts in everything. You're probably feeling your sleep is being messed with. You're not sleeping like you normally do. You're having dreams that are very vivid, very not what you're normally having. You could be experiencing a million other things, but it's happening like right now. Because this is the time to be in the now. And I had a conversation, it was with my husband yesterday. And because this has been a huge message that I keep getting, is just be. You know, you hear all these people, whether they're tarot readers, whether they're channelers, whether they're whatever, and they talk about living in the now. They talk about your past doesn't define you, and you know, let go of the past and don't worry about the future and all of those kinds of things. And the biggest message that I keep getting is everything just is, and just be. And the talk to my husband, we were having this conversation yesterday, and I told him, I said, you know, we all have a past. We all have what brought you to this point. It happened for a reason. And most of you know that you agreed to that before you got here. That was the path that your soul chose to take. So it's not doing you any good to judge it. It's just leaving you in that energy. And it's time to shift your energy and to what serves you, what makes you happy, what brings you peace, what brings you joy, what is your heaven on earth. I posted a video a couple days ago of just a small snippet of what my heaven on earth is. And that's what we're supposed to do. You know, your past, learn from it, but don't dwell in it. You know, you can have memories, you can have thoughts, you can have all of those things. There's nothing wrong with that. It's when you get stuck in that energy, whether it's especially if it's not something that you enjoyed going through. You know, if it was a trauma, or if you were abused or assaulted or abandoned or any of those things. You know, I just did a breathwork session, and I'm not done. You know, I'm still eliminating things myself. And I did a breathwork session last week, I think. Abandonment came up, and I'm like, oh my God, really? So I didn't have to, I got to. I was blessed to be able to clear that and work through that. And so it's whatever, but not getting stuck in that energy. and reliving the situation of, oh my God, this is why I am who I am. And because it's, again, the message is coming in. Again, that is externalizing your power because you're giving it to the past. You're giving it to that situation. You're not owning it yourself. So take back you. Take back your power. Take back you have the choice right now what your now moment is. Nobody else can make that for you. Nobody else can make that for you. It's your choice. So if you've been dealing with something in the past, it's time to let it go. It does not dictate your future. So envision yourself, however you want to do this. There's a multitude of ways that you can do this, and we don't even have to have a session. But you have to do the work, regardless of whether I do a session with you or you do it on your own. Some people need the extra help or guidance or whatever to get to that point. Some people can just clear this on their own. But envision yourself coming up to a doorway. The doorway is right now. What do you want to take through that doorway into your next now moment? If it's not serving you, drop it. Drop it like a hot potato. Drop it like an anchor. Drop it like baggage. Because that's all it is. It's just, it's negative energy that has been holding on to you, that you've been giving your power to when you live in those moments and when you blame your past for the way you are. It's not about blame. It's not about judgment. It's about accepting what has happened for you to get you to this point. And now you're at a pivotal point in your life that you get to choose. You get to choose your next now moment. If you need to call in Archangel Michael to cut that cord, if you can just drop it and say, you know what? Send it gratitude for getting you where you are now. Don't judge it. It's not a bad thing. It's not, nobody did anything to you. It all happened for you because it got you to who you are. So know that is there. And don't worry about the future. Because the future hadn't even gotten here yet. You worrying about the future is just projecting your past into the future. You honestly have no idea what the next 5 seconds is going to bring in your life. Much less the next year, the next 5 years, the next 10 years. You have no idea. Because you're not controlling it. The only thing you control is you in this very moment. And everything that you choose to do in this moment impacts your future. It picks the next timeline that you choose to go down. You can make any decision right now. Any decision. There is nothing holding you back other than you. You know, you can make the choice to be happy. You can make the choice to be sad. You can make the choice to be angry. You can make the choice to go out and do something against humanity or do something for humanity. You are 100% in charge of you. So understanding, we've been, again, brainwashed to think that your past dictates your future. No, it doesn't. No. Your past brought you to this point, and that's it. What you choose to do with it is up to you. Again, the ways that we have externalized our power because of the belief systems that we've been indoctrinated with, that we've been brainwashed with, that we've been lied to about, it's time for all that nonsense to stop. It's time for you to step into who you are. And it comes from a place of self-love. You can't be the best version of your future self or of yourself right now if you're still judging you from the past, or if you're still judging anything from the past or worrying about the future. And I was watching this lady yesterday. I watched her for the last couple weeks, but she channels the source consciousness, and she keeps talking about just play, create, and that's what we came here for. Yes, you have responsibilities. Yes, you have your human existence, but it's not to live in anything other than happiness and joy. Yes, you learn from your experiences, but it's your choice on how you look at it. And I will give you a perfect example that just happened to me this week. I posted my video about my heaven on earth and being able to ride my motorcycle, and that is where I just love it. The next day was even a better day. And I brought my motorcycle up. I went and I washed it. Excuse me. I sat it while I washed the car. And I thought, and I went and visited with the neighbors, and I'm just living in the now. I'm just enjoying the moment, right? And I told the neighbor, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let you guys get back to work. I'm gonna go for a motorcycle ride. I went to put my purse in my bike, and the trunk wouldn't even open. The battery was dead. And I was like, okay. So I went and got the battery charger. I hooked up my bike, and it's back working. Everything's peachy. But it's like, I could have let that ruin my day. I could have gone into, oh my God, Pam, you were such a freaking idiot for leaving the switch on. You are so stupid for not turning on, for draining your battery. What an idiot. What an airhead. What oh my God, my day is ruined. I really wanted to ride my bike, and now look, I can't even do that. But what is the point? How many, and I used to do that. So this isn't a judgment thing, but how many of you would have gone into that? Regardless of what your situation is, how many of you go into calling yourself stupid, looking at yourself as an idiot, you fuck something up, you're not smart. Words are extremely powerful. You telling yourself that you're not smart? No, stop it. You know what you know. And just because you don't know something else does not mean you're dumb. It doesn't mean you're not intelligent. You're not smart. Now, where the breakdown comes is when you're not willing to learn more than you already know. I know what I know, and that's all I know. But I'm open to learn more. And that's the beautiful part of why we're here. You have that choice. So, but instead of all that negativity and all that beating myself up, I was initially I was bummed. I was like, well, crap. But almost immediately I went into, it's okay. It's all happening for a reason. I'm just not meant to ride my bike at this moment. I will go do something else. Something else that brings me joy. I'm not really sure. I probably Googled how to start my bike. And then I talked to my husband. I went and picked him up. And he came, and I will tell you, we came home, and he was like, well, give me your key fob. Let me try something. And he got it. It reset my bike because it had gone into a safety mode. I didn't know that. I learned something. But then we took a ride on my bike. And yeah, he rode behind me. But that's okay. He said he enjoyed it. He was like, actually, I enjoyed it because I got to look around. And I got to see things that you can't see when you're the driver of the bike. So he just enjoyed the ride. So but that's where we are supposed to be every day. It does not matter what happens. It's your choice on how you look at it. Completely. Nobody can make that choice for you. So every moment, in fact, I will tell you, I was sitting and watching a video the other night. This same woman doing a channeling, a new moon activation. And I paid for it, physically paid for it. And not a lot, but I physically paid for it. And I was sitting here thinking, I know this. This is stuff I'm already doing. And I had a lot of things going on at the time. So I was starting to feel anxious. I was starting to just get not angry, but I was getting very anxious, because I wanted it to be over so I could move on with me. And the thing holding me was, you paid for this, and it's source energy talking to you. So how rude and disrespectful. A, you're going to waste money. B, how disrespectful is that for you to shut off source channeling a message to you? And I thought, you know what? Literally, I backed up and I thought, you know what? It doesn't matter that I paid for it. It was a donation to her. It helps her. Yes, I got knowledge, because I said this was a waste of time. And then I said, no, it was not a waste of time, because I learned that I got something out of it, but I didn't need to be there. And I can go back and watch the replay. But the other thing is, it wasn't bringing me joy. So I stopped. I pulled myself back down off the ceiling, because I was like, no. I came back to center. I came back to my peace and went about my day. And it was amazing. So what are those thoughts that are going through your head of, because thinking you paid for this, so you need to sit through this because otherwise it's a waste of money, is limiting belief, and it comes from lack. Let it go. Who cares? Because at the end of the day, that it isn't going to make you or break you. It's either going to make you happy or it's going to not make you happy. Pick the happy. Do what makes you happy. It's not about how much it costs or the fact that you even paid for it. I could have sat here, whether I paid for it or not. But it's things that as these come up, we get to release it. You get to make the choice on how you're going to let it dictate your next moment. They're all blessings. They're all blessings. It doesn't matter what it is. So, those are just a couple of examples of what I've gone through just this week, where I could have let it ruin my day. I could have judged it. I could have, gone into a negative headspace. But I made the choice to live in the now and be happy and do what makes me happy. Just like riding my motorcycle. I told my husband, I said, I left here. I went a completely different way. I changed my route in my mind at least 5 times as I was riding down the road. Because I kept thinking, I'll go do this. And then I thought, and I'd get a little further. And it's like, no, you know what? Let me go do this. And when I get to the parkway, I'll go left. And I got up closer to the parkway and I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to go right. It really didn't matter where I went. It's the fact that I have the freedom to choose my next now moment. Whatever makes me happy. And you have that same choice. So my hope, my wish, my everything for you is that you drop your past. Stop using it as a crutch. Stop using it as an excuse for the way you are, or why you're in the situation you're in. Just drop it. And step through that doorway in nothing but love and gratitude that, oh my God, I get to take my power back. I get to choose who I'm going to be right now. And don't worry about the future. Because literally, you're not controlling the future. You're only controlling how you choose to react to what happens. We get to go, we've got errands to run today. I can look at it as, oh my God. Or let's just go have fun. Yes, we have things that need to get accomplished, but have fun in the process. So anyway, I hope this helps you. Again, this is the time. We are definitely seeing a divide. We are definitely seeing where people are choosing to stay in the negative. The old agenda, the old limiting beliefs, the whatever. And I will tell you, some of you that follow me, I made a comment a while back about somebody telling my husband that I'm a devil worshiper. If you haven't, I'm not going to go into that whole scenario right now, but I don't. That's their limiting belief. But you know what? I don't have to do anything because people are seeing this person for who they are and what they are. And to me, it's sweet justice. Because you get what you give. When you dole out hate because of your limiting beliefs, you're going to get it back. When you dole out negativity, you're going to get it back. And that's what this person is doing. They're doling out negativity. They're doling out their limiting beliefs, trying to make me look bad and make my husband look bad. And people are seeing that we're not that kind of person. So, again, it doesn't matter what happens. Choose to look at it in a place of love. Did it originally piss me off? Oh my God, yes. I wanted to rip his head off. Literally. But not that I would do that. But, and then I came back to, you know what? That's his limiting belief. That's his negative baggage that he has to carry. And I am very secure in who I am and what I do and my belief system. If it doesn't match you, okay. I'm very secure and very sound in my next now moment. If it doesn't make you happy or somebody else happy, okay, that's on you. I can't make everybody else happy, and I'm not here to make anybody happy but me. The people that choose to be in my frequency, choose to be in my vibration, choose to be happy also. So congratulations. So anyway, if this resonates with you, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, comment below. Let me know what you're going up with. Or going up with? What you're dealing with, what you're going up against, whatever. Let me know. Because we're all dealing with something. It's your choice. So anyway, live your next now moment in bliss because you have that choice. I love you. I send you nothing but blessings and unconditional love. And I think that's it. So we will talk later.